Yes, Sarah, if you take a look at this graph behind me of the U.S., we got it color-coded by flu levels, and take a look at Michigan. You can see still in the green here, which is on the lower end, but if you come with me this way, what we're going to see are the trends for each of the last 5 years. Now, usually in Michigan, things spike. This is later January, early February, but take a look at this little line right here, that green line. You can barely see it. That was 2020. It just really never happened. And right over here, this is where we are at the end of December in 2021. Now, it's still lower, but keep in mind, from 2017, 2018, 2019, there was a lot more, and there was no COVID those years. Last year, there was COVID, no flu. But 2021, we'll have both.
Experts say it's no secret why the flu was non-existent last year, but has returned in 2021.
Because we were wearing masks and avoiding crowds and restricting capacity in certain crowded, bars and restaurants kinds of things, that we stayed much more protected than we typically would in any flu season year. And that's what happened.
There have already been 2 reported pediatric deaths, but none so far in Michigan. However, there's no doubt the idea of the flu arriving, as the healthcare system is still flooded by COVID, has health leaders on edge.
We have limited people resources. We only have so many infectious disease experts in one community. We only have so many people that know how to run ventilators and take care of ICU patients. We only have so many everything. And so when we have lots of patients competing for those resources, it becomes very stressful for people running hospitals.
Officials also say, much like the COVID vaccine, a flu vaccine will lessen your symptoms should you get sick. On top of that, they're reminding people that while they might not need a hospital for a sickness, there are always other emergencies.
You should at least be concerned that if you get in a car accident, if you have a heart attack, if you have a stroke, if some other emergency issue comes up, that you should have access to appropriate care in a timely manner without having to deal with a health system that is currently having to triage.
And if you're sick and want to know if it's the flu or COVID, symptoms can be similar, I'm told. So the best way to check is to get a COVID test. That way you can rule out COVID-19 if it comes back negative, or at least know that you need to quarantine. And as always, if you do feel sick, doctors say to cover your cough, wash your hands, and stay home. Sarah?
Okay, thank you.